Curtis and AJ Pritchard's mom feared little darlings being shackled by showbiz. Exclusive, Debi just wanted to protect Curtis and AJ, and after they suffered terrible injuries in an unprovoked assault, her strength and willingness to listen to them got them through a tough time. It was clear from a young age that dancers AJ and Curtis Pritchard were destined to perform on a very big stage, but that didn't stop Mom Debi worrying. She admits she initially feared her little darlings could become shackled by the showbiz world and wanted them to have the freedom to be lads and have fun. But she became the rock who helped guide the glittering TV careers that have even seen the lovable brothers tipped to be the next Ant and December. Later this year, Strictly Come Dancing's AJ and Love Island's Curtis will bring fun and laughter to UK theatres with a 32-night tour of a new variety show. And on Sunday, proud Debi, 48, is expecting a Mother's Day FaceTime call from the pair, who live together in London. AJ, 26, and Curtis, 25, credit her with keeping them grounded over the years, and she is still a very big part of their lives. They turn to her for decisions on everything, from what clothes to buy to big career moves. And given how well they are doing, it seems remarkable that Debi admits she was once reluctant to let her boys follow their dreams. She says, "There was no doubt they were going to go into showbiz as their life revolved around the dance school me and my husband, who was a ballroom champ, ran. They were little darlings before they even started dancing, but I wanted my boys to have freedom to be lads and have fun before they turned 11, which is when they decided to dance. Before that, they went on quad bikes and played. We knew how hard it was in any form of entertainment business, so we were reluctant at first. But then they wanted to dance and I had to cajole their dad into letting them." AJ was partnered with Chloe Hewitt from their dance school. They went on to represent Britain in dance contests around the world, won the National Youth Latin Championships 3 times from 2012 to 2014 and made the 2013 semi-final of Britain's Got Talent. In 2015, they became the British Open Youth Latin Champions and the European Youth Latin Champions. AJ hit the big time a year later when he became a pro on Strictly Come Dancing. He only failed to reach the semi-final in 2019. With vlogger Saffron Barker. He has left the BBC hit show, but in November won an army of new fans by taking part in ITV's I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here, set in a Welsh castle because of COVID restrictions. Curtis, 25, also became a professional dancer and appeared on Ireland's version of Dancing with the Stars. He was also in 2019's Love Island and the receptionist for the BBC's The Greatest Dancer last year. The brothers have also worked together on RuPaul's Drag Race UK and are joining Channel 4 soap Hollyoaks, playing twins. Debi says, "I am so proud of my boys. It's nice to reflect because normally we are always on to the next thing and I don't have time to pat them on the back and say they did well. They always had a goal, a lot of their teenage years they sacrificed. It was the way it was. If you look at child stars like Britney Spears, they became a victim of their own success and they could implode. I feel like AJ and Curtis have had to work so hard for each step. The first part of their life I was going to keep them grounded. But life has not been all plain sailing for the lads. They and 2 others suffered an unprovoked assault on a night out in Cheshire in December 2018. AJ's face, arms, legs and body were bruised, while Curtis needed an emergency knee operation and could not appear on Dancing with the Stars. A man aged 20 was arrested and released. Debi says, when they were attacked in the nightclub, that changed things. It led to Curtis doing Love Island. For the first time ever there was a dent in the belief of good because bad things can happen. When I went to the hospital that night, I was trying my hardest not to cry, I was broken-hearted. Curtis said to me, "Don't cry, Mum, I will mend. Don't think of what's happened, let's just move forward." So as a family, we had to move forward. Curtis says Debi's strength and willingness to listen to him and AJ got them through a tough time. He says, "We have such a close-knit family, our support network is each other. As long as we have that, that is how we cope. We talked about the attack as a family, we talked so much. A lot of positives have come from that situation. Mom and Dad set us up for life and I can only say thank you to them." AJ admits he calls Debi about everything. He says, "Every decision I make, Mom is involved, whether we are doing brand deals or a TV show, Mom's the first person we call to ask her advice. I recently bought myself a designer watch and it was a little bit expensive. I rang Mom before I paid for it and said, 'Do you think it's okay?' She was like, 'It's okay, you can do it.' Mom kept us grounded and kept those lines of communication open. She always told me to live within my means and you don't have to worry." Debi also says, "The boys have total respect for women, they instilled it in themselves. That is what they are, it's what they do." AJ is currently in a relationship with dancer Abby Quinlan while Curtis is single after splitting with Love Island co-star Maura Higgins. Curtis says he does look for strong women. "Mom is grounded. She is your rock, she gave birth to you, but I never take that into my relationships and think, I'm looking for my mom. Definitely a good strong personality, characters like Mom, so maybe a little bit to be fair." Debi says, "I give my honest opinion on everything. But most of the time I just listen because they have their own answers. Because the listening and talking thing is so important, and people just aren't doing it. These have been challenging times, but the answers to your questions are always within yourselves." She adds that she is really looking forward to today's FaceTime call and says, "It will be nice to hear their voices. Every mother I know will feel the same. When you hear your child's voice it stirs an unbelievable love inside, even when they say something you don't want to hear. The love carries you through and puts you on the right track." The boys are looking forward to going on tour together for their own variety show, AJ and Curtis's Big Night Out, from September 8th. It will include explosive choreography and dance routines, roof-raising live musical performances with special guest singers, and live interactive games and prizes. AJ says, "We can't wait, it's going to be so much fun, and Mom will be there cheering us along."